How do you capture images like these? Well, that's what this box is about. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm up here in up in the Chugach Mountains again. I was just looking around to see if I could find some bears or some ptarmigan or anything that's up in here. And I also got a little tool in the mail today that I've been waiting on for a while. And thing is about how do you capture those type of shots? Well, the biggest component of capturing those shots is getting low. To make things interesting, you want to get on eye level or below eye level of your subject. So for ducks and small animals and stuff, you want to get as low to the ground as you can. Plop on your belly, get in the mud, get dirty, you're going to get a good shot. So the biggest component is getting low, getting separation behind your subject and that. So how do you get low? Well, you can get low, you can use just the tripod foot on your camera, like so. On the 500 mil, I could rest that on the ground and get that barrel of the lens really close to the ground, and that's a great shot. But it's hard a lot of times to put this lens back down, get back in the shot. It's hard a lot of times to get low and keep that camera, keep it steady, and you don't want to be digging your camera in the mud. You can use your tripod, and most tripods have legs that lay out pretty flat, like, hang on one second, let me show you. So like on this Peak Design tripod, you can extend the legs flat and you get low, but you're still, probably not quite a foot, but close to it, 10 inches or so off the ground. But once you put your camera on top of your ball head, this is a fluid head, you're back up here. So you're, well, get a little foot or so over top of things. Let's get this box open. Couldn't find a small knife, but do have the multi-tool, big multi-tool. Let's get into this guy, see what we got. Maybe. And this is it, GroundPod Skimmer. Really cool piece of kit. Your options for when you want to try to get low is, one, you can sit with your camera, right, put it right in the mud with you and everything. We don't want to get mud all over a camera. I don't treat mine very nicely. But that's one way to do it. And you're hand holding, and you could be a little shaky and, getting your shot. Second option is to get your tripod, and almost all tripods will fold out flat, but you can see this thing's only, not even a couple inches off the ground, maybe an inch and a half, maybe. But your tripod, the lowest it's going to get 6, 8 inches, 10 inches. It's not going to get extremely low, and you want to get as low as you can. What type of heads do you want to mount on the 3/8 inch mounting plate? You can go with three things. You can go with the ball head. Not good for wildlife, in my opinion. You can use them, but they're not real precise and kind of floppy. Your next option is going to be a fluid head. Fluid heads are really good to get video, but you've got to have you need tension on that to make those nice, smooth, fluid motions with the fluid head. And if you've got a lot of tension, you're going to be sliding your plate around and all that stuff and tipping it up, things like that, what you don't want to do. Because the whole point is to get a stable platform. So in my opinion, the best item to do is any type of gimbal. This is a Benro GH5C gimbal, which I love. It's carbon fiber. I have a Benro tripod too that this kind of went with, and this is really great. The Benro tripod I have is real heavy, and it's a carbon fiber. It's still pretty heavy. That's more for my established shots where I'm not going to be moving the tripod a lot for astro and stuff like that. Well, anyway, this is my choice. So to mount it's pretty simple. Just come down here, get the 3/8 inch. Once you get it started, that is. Are you started? No, you're not started. Said it was easy. Look at me fumbling with it like crazy. Best laid plans, right? Once you get her started, you should be just able to spin it. Spin it down, and if you got your arm latched down or locked down pretty good, you should be able to tighten it up, which I'm tight now. Once you've got that, you're good to go. So now, with your camera mounted right here on the plate, now you're sitting, you know, like 1.5 inches, 2, you're sitting about 5-6 inches. If you had your tripod flattened out, you're probably sitting at over 1 foot. So now the bottom of your lens is sitting up 1 foot. So this is going to give me, setting my bottom of the lens about 4 or 5 inches off the ground, which is perfect. Love to get lower, and then if I have to get lower, I want that barrel on the ground, I'll take it off this and set the camera right on the ground. And like I said, if you haven't used a gimbal before, they are great. Because once you got them loosened up, they move real fast, they spin, the arm moves real good, so you can get your tilts. That is really about it. That's how we get low. Getting low is the most important thing. Now we got all this set up and everything's ready to go. Let's get off this mountain. Let's go head down to the flats or head down to one of these ponds. And I think at Lake Hood there's some red-throated loons we can go get pictures of, hopefully. We'll go down there, we'll get low, we'll describe why do we get low and how to capture that image a little better. How do we get those nice silky smooth blowouts in the front and get the out of focus behind it, and what do we need to look for to achieve those shots. See you down the mountain. You guys take care. Well guys, I'm here at Lake Hood, and here's an example. I've got a red-throated loon out here in front of me. And this little guy loves coming up real close to you. So if I'm shooting at this guy and I'm standing up, which of course he just came to my feet, if I'm standing up, that's the shot I'd get. So that's a little demonstration. If you're shooting down on a subject, you're standing up and your subject's real small. Just for giggles, this loon is being silly. He's literally right in front of me. Let me show him to you. You settle down now. And there he is. That's a red-throated loon. Almost close enough I could touch him if I wanted to. Yeah. Gorgeous bird. That red eye is amazing. Now if he'll go farther away from me, I can take pictures of him. Anyway, this loon is just way too close to me right now. So a minute ago I showed you that if you're standing up, shooting down your subject, now your background is really close to your subject. So to get those nice, blurry, beautiful bokehs is if you want to get really low and you want to shoot where now, if you get low, you've now put the water at your level and you're looking to the horizon instead of looking into the water. There's times when the end of the water shots look good, but most of the time you want those nice blurry backgrounds. So this loon will move farther away from me. I don't know why he's wanting to be right at my feet right now. And we'll get down low and we'll show you what that looks like. Now I get low, the loon went away from me, and now it's this bird. It's literally, I don't know if you can see it on camera, loon's way too close. This bird. I had it far enough away so I could show you what the shot would look like, but no. It wants to sit here right next to me. Reason I can't take a picture with this lens with it right here is I gotta be at least 3 meters from the subject, and he's 10 feet. Stop it. Shoot, go away, go away. This bird, really? I'm gonna get my 7200, I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back. we can try this again. I went and switch the lens. That way, if he gets too close, should still be able to get the picture. Yeah, there we go. Bird, go away. Now I got a lens that I can focus on this bird if it doesn't come up here and splash me again. Is now that I'm low, I'm even with the water, and now my background is way away from the back of the bird. So we get this. He hates the planes. Now I have an example of what it looks like when you're low to the ground. So the lower you can get, bird makes me nervous. I know I'm gonna get splashed here in a second. He'll get his little butt to me and splash me. But anyway, I have an example now of how to get that nice blur in front and nice blur behind the animal. Because again, once you get low, now you put that background behind the animal way away from you instead of right close to you. It's going to be a comedy routine with this bird. The light's not great now, so the pictures they're okay. Let's see if I can get him over here now. Oh, that's better light. Yeah, you're a pain in the butt. I don't have any food or anything. Go away. Anyway, that'll be a little better picture when I show it to you. But like I said, when you get low, that's what's going to get your picture for you. But again, this, I wouldn't have, if I had the tripod, I'd be fighting the tripod. And this makes it, this plate is uneven, it's kind of up at an angle, but with loosening up my collar and what the gimbal head is, I keep the thing level. Yeah, what's one of the good ways to use this setup is, of course, you got your gimbal, you're sliding that way, you can tilt in that. The next thing to do is, if you have a lens collar, is to loosen that lens collar up. And that way, you can, if you're not level, you can real easily just spin your camera to get it level. Because right now, this GroundPod's, sitting about 15-degree angle, it's not level. Which means my gimbal's not level, but I can spin my camera and get it level because I can see the level inside my viewfinder. So that's the best way to run this type of rig is keep that collar loose. That's a good tip. Yeah, like I said, I couldn't be more pleased with this GroundPod Skimmer. I don't know why I hadn't picked one up before. I'd been meaning to. Mainly I just was crawling around in my belly with the camera in the mud, so this is so much better, so much easier. I'm not having to support the camera all the time because this gear's supporting it. Well guys, that is the GroundPod Skimmer. It's a really good piece of kit. Well made, tough little thing, so easy to move around, slide, mess with. You can stay balanced at all times. You don't have to hold your camera. You're not fighting the camera all the time. It's just there. It's smooth. You need something just like right now, and that little, this makes it easy just to readjust. You don't have to be picking your tripod up or moving your camera. And since it's kind of like a plate or a pan, it just slides around. It's so easy. A lot easier to acquire your birds and for whatever you're trying to shoot. If you're shooting ducks, waterfowl, I think this thing's a must-have. At least it's going to be in my kit from now on. I probably carry this a lot more than I carry anything else. I'm going to get back to shooting these birds, and we're going to go to the house and we're going to go look at these images, show you what the difference in a top-down image and a flat image is a little bit, and talk a little bit more about a wrap-up on this base here, and that'll be about it. You guys take care. Well guys, I'm back at the house now, and walk through this video a little bit. I recorded my on-screen. So this is an example of a shot when you're looking down. So you notice you're seeing in focus behind the bird. That's not really pleasing for most times. This wasn't too bad because it's real shiny. But so this is an example of what we really don't want. So the next examples are going to be when we get low. So now what you'll see is you're seeing the blur in the foreground and the blur in the background, which makes it really nice. So again, look at the background on the other side of the lake. That's all blurred out, kind of a blob. You get that nice kind of colors back there instead of just this, you know, in focus grass or water or whatever it is. So kind of cool. Anyway, the GroundPod was a great bit of kit. Loved it, and I'm very happy that I picked it up. You guys take care. Subscribe to the channel if you like it. I know it's a long video this time, but I hope you enjoyed the loon and some of the ducks, and then and enjoy the GroundPod. So go out and get you one if you're shooting ducks. You guys take care.